Greetings all, welcome to On West Gray, the official podcast of the City of Norman. I'm your host, Bryce Holland, multimedia specialist here at the City of Norman. To kick off the new year here at On West Gray, we are talking all things parks and rec with a big emphasis on that rec part with a couple of members of our Norman Parks and Rec department. So I'd like to welcome back some returning guests, Mitchell Richardson, Norman's recreation manager, and Jeff Moody, the special events and multimedia supervisor. Guys, welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
Always happy to be here.
When was the last time I had you guys on the show? I honestly can't remember. We had to have been talking about it.
It's been at least a year because it was right when I first started and I didn't know what I was talking about.
Right.
And then we
Not much has changed.
I have a little bit of an idea, but I still don't know much.
No. Well, we are very, very glad to have you guys back. And like I said, we wanted to kind of talk all things recreation and kind of give our listeners a look at what recreation is going to look like here in Norman for the year 2026. I know we have a lot of returning events. We've got some new things going on. But one of the big things that I wanted to talk about that we've never really gone in depth with on even really any of our videos or podcasts is one of the biggest events that the City of Norman puts on. It is the biggest event of its kind, certainly in the state, and maybe one of the biggest ones in the country, and that is our annual Daddy-Daughter Dance.
Yeah. Before we kick off, I want to say thank you again, Bryce, for having us on. And just to point out for all the viewers that can't see this, both Jeff and I have our On West Gray mugs.
We are very, very proud of our coffee mugs here at On West Gray. Yeah. It's a big thing for us, and for any potential guests out there listening, if you come on the show for whatever reason, you yourself will get one of these amazing coffee mugs.
I was like, it makes the coffee taste 10 times better.
And Always. It's an exclusive, which makes it that much better.
It is. You can't find them in any stores or anything. Right. You can really only find them in my office. So yeah, but I digress. Daddy-daughter dance.
Okay, we'll stay on track. We
definitely wanted to talk about that. So, like I said, this is a really long-running event that we've had. I mean, we were just talking about it before we started recording, that this is an event that goes back at least 30 years, back to the 90s.
Yeah.
That has just grown bigger and bigger over time to become one of the biggest events of its kind, maybe in the nation.
Yeah, so, I mean, from what all the research we can do, which is kind of difficult to find every municipality's daddy-daughter dance throughout the nation, but from what we've dug up, we are the second biggest daddy-daughter dance in the nation here.
Do we know who the biggest is?
Yes, but we're not saying it.
Okay,
we're coming for him.
Well, okay, no, that's a good idea. Well, we talked about kind of the size of it and everything. I mean, it lasts, there's three dances that they do during the day.
Yep. Yes.
Correct? Yes.
Yep.
And I mean, we're talking thousands of people that come in for this.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge event. I mean, it ranges anywhere from 3,500, 4,000 people. It really just depends on the year. It fluctuates from time to time. And one of the big things we did, was it just last year that we changed it up there? Our first dance here, what we call our red dance, we turned into a sensory dance. And so that's a little something unique that we've noticed from surveys and getting different reports in from the public that, one, the music's too loud. There's too many flashing lights. Where my kid is non-neurotypical or has sensory sensitivities, and so with that we took that and put it into a sensory dance where the music is calmer. There's not as many flashing lights. We cap it so there's not as many people there, so you can spread out, enjoy it. The haze, the fog, everything is turned down to where you've got your littles, your 2 to 4-year-olds that really don't want the crazy atmosphere, and non-neurotypical children that just want a calmer dance. So that's something new that we did that I really like.
It's really important that you bring that up, because it's just another example of what you guys kind of do in the entire Parks and Rec department, trying to make the recreation and the parks that we have as inclusive as possible. I mean, you see that's, we're talking about this dance, but at the same time, we've got new playgrounds going in, in parks all over the city that are as accessible as they can be for anyone with really any kind of disability.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of Norman's mottos, is building an inclusive community. And so we're right along with that. Every event, every program, everything that we do has that in the back of our mind is like, how can we reach everybody? Because we're not here just to serve a certain section. We might have targeted programming, but it's still, we are here to serve the entirety of Norman and Norman residents. So we look at it from every angle we can.
So this is also going to be, correct me if I'm wrong, the second year that we will be hosting this completely in-house after several years of hosting it at kind of a third-party site, right?
Yeah. So this year's at the Young Family Athletic Center. We originally started this when we were talking earlier about it, at least 30 years old. I was like, I can't figure out how far back it really goes.
Right.
But at least 30 years. We started out at the 12th Avenue Recreation Center.
Which could not house it.
Oh,
now.
no, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. And then we moved to NCED, and then we moved to Embassy Suites, and now we're over at the Young Family Athletic Center. So we started in-house doing it at one of our facilities and went full circle all the way back around.
It's kind of crazy because, I mean, each one of those sites obviously got bigger and bigger, and now it took the city to have our own facility to be able to house it for how big it's gotten.
Yeah. I mean, it's something crazy every time we look at it. I mean, Jeff got to experience it for the first full time last year, which was, I'm not gonna be. I'll let Jeff know just straight up. I apologize. I actually got the flu like 2 days before.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
It was a very fun phone call to get.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm on my own.
Yep.
This is when I was fairly new. So. But turning it into having YFAC turn into this, this basketball, all these basketball courts, and I mean, from the unseen eye or whatever, it's flipping a switch, and all of a sudden it's this totally different. It doesn't even look like a basketball court. Like, we have carpets out. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty crazy. It was super fun to watch it turn into what it did. And then honestly, even though Mitchell wasn't there, it still went off great, and
it was preferred.
There's so many cool details that we've added into all of this that it was really cool, the trial by fire situation. So last year was our first year, feeling even better about this year because we've been able to change it even more. And so I'm really excited about what we've been able to do and what we're going to do in the future. So.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, so Jeff had attended the daddy-daughter dance for years before that.
Yep.
And so now he actually gets to put it on. And I think just from his point of view, it's a whole different ball game now.
Yeah.
Just seeing.
I would say so. Yeah. It's kind of cool to go on both sides of the curtain. You know what I mean? I got to go in with my daughter, who's now 5, so she's an old pro now, and then I've got my 2 nieces who are grown, and they come. They're 21 and 19, and so it's really cool. It was awesome that I got to be a patron, I guess, and then on the other side of it, I now get to know, like, okay, well, this is what it's like to be a dad going through this and a kid. So now I'm thinking about it from that angle, which has been pretty awesome, really. It's been really cool
because it's a whole different thing. When you go there, it's an hour and a half dance. You come in there, you take some pictures, you dance around. It's a great time. You love it. But then from our point of view, we're sitting here. Okay, we've been planning this for 5 to 7 months.
I mean, you're right.
Where it really does start right after the next one. But when it gets hot and heavy there, we're going, intense into the, scheduling, getting everything nailed down, all the food stuff, and to where he gets to really, really dig in on the back end to where it's really, because he has that viewpoint to where he gets to see it from the customer's perspective to where now he can really make it even more special. And if you guys don't know Jeff Moody, his amazing ability to innovate is really,
stop. Keep going though.
Yeah, I know. So it's really something to behold when we keep trying to raise the bar, because we never want to keep a stagnant program. We're always looking to push the next thing, trying to find the new it factor with it. And so it's really fun to see the whole program develop like that.
Well, and that seems to be the thing that you guys do in your department a lot. I mean, I've seen it, the evolution of a lot of the yearly events that we have. Like, I mean, I think about, when I started here 8 years ago, what like Fourth Fest was, and now what it is. Think about, what Winterfest was, and now the way it's done. They almost don't even resemble one another, but for the better.
Oh yeah.
And so it's
Thank
been
you, Bryce.
it's been very cool to kind of see the evolution of these events and the fact that they do just they keep attracting more and more people. Now, talking about the daddy-daughter dance, Jeff, you mentioned something kind of interesting there that I don't think people think of. I think people have this idea, daddy-daughter dance. They think, oh, well, it's dads with their like 5-year-old daughters or something like that. Mm-hmm. But then you go to it and you see that there's a huge spectrum of people that come out to this. I mean, you're seeing like older dads with their 20-year-old daughters, if not older, going to this. I mean, we get a wide swath of people that show up.
Yeah, and we love that. Like it's not specific to really anybody. Like come out there and dance and enjoy it. There's a lot to do. I mean, it's not just a dance. There's food. There's photo ops. We have party pics out there or whatever they're called, and we try to make it to where it's not just. It doesn't feel you're not going to feel out of place if you're an older kid or young adult or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. We want them to enjoy it regardless of whatever,
Yeah.
So do we have anything new that's going to be there this year? Anything that's going to be a little different this time?
Well, always. So we are Enchanted Forest theme this year. So we're going to have what we had last year was like the Princess Castle kind of thing, and we had some balloon arches it was really cool. And then so this year I'm really excited to see we're going full sensory. So like there's going to be sights and sounds and smells that if you just walked in, you wouldn't expect it, especially with it being a basketball gym, quote unquote. And so there's going to be a lot of really cool, neat things. There's a little wishing well. Are you going to jump in?
No, can you break down the smell? Because I'm excited about this one.
So because it's in the forest, we got our hazers are also going to put off some pine scent.
Oh,
so like as
wow.
So like there's going to be like a little bit of low-lying fog and kind of some. It's going to be really neat. As soon as you walk in, like in your front door, you're going to be hit with some pine scents.
Yeah,
not too heavy, hopefully, because you don't want to puke.
The hard part is the testing.
Yeah,
right. That's the
so really, like we kind of thought about those, 4D movies and like kind of Disney. We went to Disney this past year, and so to get the full gambit of all of the senses, and then be able to kind of provide that. It's kind of something we saw and we were like, we want to do this. Like, why wouldn't we? And it's not really that expensive to make little things like that. So we're really excited for all of that. Like, it's going to be sweet.
That's awesome. I mean, it's an amazing event. It just keeps getting bigger every year. I mean, it sounds like you guys are stepping it up even once again. I don't know how you can keep doing that. But let's talk kind of the specifics of it. For everyone listening, people that may not know about it, that want to go, we're having it at the YFAC. Mm-hmm. That's the Young Family Athletic Center hosting it for the second year in a row. What day is the Daddy-Daughter Dance on this year?
It is February 7th. It's a Saturday.
And we've got 3 different dances. What are those times for that?
So they are from 2 to 3:30, 4:30 to 6, and then 7 to 8:30. And like we said, the first one is sensory friendly, so it's a little bit lower key, kind of almost like a practice run through for everybody. Yeah. And then it gets bigger, and then the last one is usually pretty wild. It's pretty fun.
So we also, obviously no age limit.
Right.
Daddies and daughters of all ages, welcome to this, I suppose.
My favorite one from, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, we had I think he was 81 or 82-year-old dad and a 60-year-old daughter come to the dance.
See, that's awesome.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
It made me so happy to see. I was like, because there was another conference going on on the side with Embassy Suites. So I just said, hey, do you guys need any help finding anything? And they're like, well, we've got our tickets here. How do we get into the dance? I was like, you are my favorite people like right now. Come on, you get a personal escort in.
That's awesome. Yeah. So how much are tickets for anyone that wants to go?
They're $20 now. They were $15 for our Black Friday sale, and we just switched it over to $20.
And people can still buy tickets up to like the day of the event, correct?
all the way up until it. So inevitably it will sell out.
Right,
And
right.
so, we'll still be able to, if there are tickets available, you'll be able to purchase them at the door.
And what's that website where people can go to purchase tickets?
rec.us/City of Norman. It's our new software. We're really proud of it. It's made things a lot easier on our end and on the consumer end.
That's a hard one to remember, so we'll include that in the show notes
that's a good idea.
for everyone.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. It's an exciting event. It's cool to see it continuing, having the history that it has. I have no doubt that eventually we're going to take that number one spot.
Yeah, that's
the
the goal. I was like, we might be adding another dance here. We're just going to keep trying to push this thing bigger and bigger and make it really, I mean, for the spectacle that it is, I mean, 15 is, well, I think it started like $12 for Black Friday.
Yeah.
And then it bumped up to 15 and now it's going to bump up to it's 20 now.
Mm-hmm.
And so like for $20, the experience that you get in there is incredible.
It's been a few years since I went, but I took my kid for a few years, and their very, very favorite part was the snacks.
Yeah.
So that was every year. They were very excited. We would go so that they could get a brownie.
Well,
So are we going to have good snacks again this year?
Yes.
Yeah, there's brownies.
We've gone. Yeah, there are brownies. We're gonna do. We have a candy bar, not a candy bar, but a candy bar.
Nice.
We're gonna have Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Oh.
Chips. all the
Yeah.
snacky foods. I feel like that's even elevated. We our VIP section, which is mostly sponsors, but a few others. We actually have a chocolate fountain in there, and so everybody seems to love that. We have a balloon twisting person in there. I'm getting off subject, but the snacks are great. There we go.
No, it's awesome. It's a wonderful event. I know that it attracts people from all over the state to come to it. It just keeps growing and growing. It's a really cool thing. It's also a really great event to kind of kick off the recreation season here in Norman. The Daddy-Daughter Dance is kind of the first big event that we do, but then we've got the rest of 2026 to look forward to. And I know that we have a ton of events, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some of those. One of the big ones that I want to talk about, because I know that a lot of them kind of run through the spring, is our 5K runs that we do. I know we've got several of those. What are we looking forward to with our 5Ks this year?
Man, I'm pumped for this year. So, we have the Olympics coming up. So we're doing an office-themed Olympics 5K. That sounds like a lot, but it's follow me. So the Office, the TV show, we're going to do kind of a Dundies Awards kind of thing, which registered trademark, all that. Lots of really fun, costume contests and all kinds of. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. We also have.
If someone does not come dressed as Mose, let me know.
I know. Yeah, no,
because
I need.
That's the costume that needs to be done.
So noted, Bryce is coming dressed as Mose.
Bryce.
There you go. It's written down now, Bryce.
Okay, all right.
And so there's a lot of opportunity because that show is amazing, and so I think a lot of people will get into it and go for obscure references and all the crazy. There's a lot of content.
So when is that 5K?
That one is May 7th.
May 7th. Okay. Yeah. And what else do we have? What other runs we got?
The Shamrock 5K, which is before that. That's in March. I'm jumping all over. We have our Firecracker 5K. That's 4th of July.
Right.
We have Top Run this year. That's going to be it's Top Gun themed run.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to end up over there on the landing strip at Max Westheimer. So there's the Aviation Festival. We're trying to tie in with that. We also have, what else do we have? The Run for Your Life, which used to be the Zombie Run, and now it's turned into Run for Your Life, so we can get more scary and more creepy with it.
Okay.
Last year we had a full Stranger Things area.
Oh, that's
so we
awesome!
had Max floating up in the air. We had the Demogorgon. We had Vecna, all that stuff. So we got really weird that race.
So for all of our health nut listeners that love to get out and run, the city offers a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Series for them.
Yeah, we have 5 total. So, and then this year we're actually trying to work to where we can have last year we had like a hanging thing if you did all 5 races.
Yeah.
This year we're doing kind of getting the medals to all connect.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be really cool. I'm excited to see what that looks like. And they do, our Oklahoma Race Companies who runs our races, and they have come so far with the marketing part of it, and like the shirts and the medals and all that stuff. They've really jumped in and kind of let me be crazy and follow my dreams to you know what I mean. They follow
that's
me.
awesome.
We get
Yeah.
in there and we do it, and it's a blast. So
Well, I know another big one that I always love every year that'll be coming up in the summer. It's always usually around the hottest time is our Fourth Fest. It's such a huge event, big fireworks show. We got, I mean, that'll be on the 4th of July. Anything new that people can expect from Fourth Fest this year?
So Fourth Fest is going to be, so it's in celebration of 250 years.
It's a big one, big
America's
milestone.
birthday. Here
Yeah.
we go. So there are a lot of big things planned for that. We're not ready to divulge everything quite yet.
Can we give any hints? Any exclusive hints
I'm not saying a word.
for our listeners?
I really don't. Let's see. So it is going to be a entirely new take.
You know what? That's good enough. That is a good enough exclusive for the
You heard it
listeners
here
of On,
first.
of On
West
West Gray.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. It's always such a fun thing. You guys always have such great music for it. You got the stage. The fireworks show is always incredible.
Yep.
I always love being a part of the city staff. There's good food
Yeah.
and everything. You know, we always get to get some of that.
It's always a benefit. One of the perks that we really should put in our hiring, like onboarding thing, is like, by the way, if you work the 4th of July, we do a
You get-
cookout.
you
and
get some cookout food.
amazing food.
But for everyone else, there's some awesome food trucks that come out.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some of the booze trucks, I guess is the best way to kind of describe it. I know someone comes out doing margarita type thing and everything.
Yeah.
Some of the breweries are out there doing their thing. The bounce houses for the kids and whatnot. It's a fun event. It's really cool. I try to tell everyone that if you I can't think of a better public fireworks show than what we put on.
I like Bryce. He makes me feel great
He
about
does,
our
I know.
job.
I
I love
need
it.
to hype up
I was like, this is fantastic.
This
But
is
yeah,
what I do.
Fourth-
This is my job. I'm the hype man. You know.
I was like, 4th of July is, Norman Fourth Fest is one of our favorite events. It's a culmination of the entire day. We start off with the firecracker 5K, move into the red, white, and blue swim at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center, and then we cap it off with Norman Fourth Fest there. And it really just is something special. To our knowledge, the largest municipal fireworks show in Oklahoma. And we might be adding a little extra something to that this year too. It might be a little bit spacey. It might be a little bit more fun. But on top of that, we've introduced the past few years a false finale. And so I was like, have you liked those?
Those are great. Oh,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Now, was it last year that we had the rain delay?
No, that was 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years ago? I remember that.
That was not a fun time.
That was such a weird one.
It was a weird one.
Because you never see that happening around that time of year. It was
No.
such a weird freak storm that came in on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So
I was like, we still got that false finale in, and that's always a fun thing to get it.
Yeah.
So we build it up. We usually have around a 23-minute show, and so that's a long fireworks show.
Yeah.
That is a long fireworks show to where when we do this false finale that's around 20 minutes, you get this big pop off. You go, and then it settles down, and you hear the people start clap, and they're like, "Wow, that was great!" And then you hear that one single shot that goes off again, and just kicks it all right back off again. It just keeps the keeps it going.
I know that it's such a great fireworks show, and I mean, heck, I think it was a couple of years ago, some really talented photographer took some great photos that ended up being all over your guys' calendars and everything.
That's true. I would shout out to that very special photographer that might be named Bryce. That might be a fantastic.
Staring at us right now. We better give him some shit.
But yeah, that one's always a fantastic one. We love it. It's a labor of love. It's definitely from what it used to be. We used to have it where it was broken down. We would come out there starting at 11 a.m. and, you know, work all the way till about 1 a.m. getting things wrapped up and all that stuff. We've expanded it to have multiple locations to hopefully attract everybody around the city instead of focusing it in just Reeves Park. So that's why we expanded to Legacy Parks, the 5K. Then we've got Westwood, and it just kind of moves back into it. So we still have stuff going on all day, but it allows it to break it up a little bit and save some of our rec staff and park maintenance staff that are putting in, you know, these 12, 14
very, very
hour
long
shifts.
hour days. Yeah.
They earn it. They do a fantastic job.
One thing I wanted to say about Fourth Fest is that I think people don't realize is that we stream the music through really through the whole programming through KGOU.
Yeah.
And so if you're not at the park and you can see the fireworks, you can still turn on the radio and hear what songs are going with the music, which makes it so much cooler.
Well, and there's a lot of people that do that. I know that the Walmart, kind of on the other side of town from there, that neighborhood market, there's a lot of people that sort of like park there, and there's a little hill, and they'll watch the fireworks from there because they can't get a parking spot because there's so many people out at Reeves. So that's, you know, it's really neat that people can kind of see it all over town.
Yeah, I was like, it's one of our tried and true classic events that we love. We do have a couple new events coming out too. I guess we're redoing one. I was like, you want to talk about Screen to Plate?
Yeah. So we.
Oh, right. This is something we introduced last year, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So we showed Ratatouille at the YFAC. Once again, transformed it into a totally different thing. Took a lot of thoughts and ideas from Disney again. We showed,
if you're gonna steal from you know the best at putting on big events and everything,
and not to mention I worked at Disney, not to brag or anything, but so we took Ratatouille, which is a very food heavy movie, and we had Scratch Cater, and they came out and brought out all the food that you saw on the screen. So basically, you see a steak on the screen and wine, and that comes out to your plate. So it's a really cool, interactive. The food was amazing. The whole thing was really cool. Like, it was probably our pride and joy. We were really happy to see that kind of become a thing. And so we're going to be doing that again. We haven't announced the movie yet, but we're chewing on some ideas.
We're just going to leave all the listeners with a bunch of cliffhangers.
But
coming up.
But that's the best part is, you know, we're giving everyone a preview, a taste of what's to come this year.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, I know once summer starts to roll around, spring, we got our movies in the park. Do we have any movies we know that we're going to be showing that we can talk about?
I can tell you this. Yeah. So let's see. We've got Shrek, because we put that out to a vote to the public on Facebook. We said, do you want to see Shrek, Captain Underpants, Dark Knight? We went all over, and the people chose Shrek. So that's what we're doing. Let's see, what else do we got? Mario Brothers, since there's a second one coming out.
We got the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out.
Pretty excited about that. I think there's a lot of fun we can have with that kind of theme, and you know, Mario Kart and all those things. Let's see, what else do we got?
And the important part with the outdoor movies, we've been doing this for a good part of a decade or not more.
Yeah.
So that event, and it sounds like a simple event to where you just set it up, you play a movie outside, and that's at its core what it is. But the extra part that we bring to it, like having these new, we always have concessions with it, and they usually are themed around the movie. We've done Encanto, where we had basically a bunch of different Colombian snacks that people could purchase out there, and then we bring in Character Connections as one of the people we work with all the time to get these Disney princesses or different characters out there, so you get pictures with it. Or we also work in combination with the Firehouse Art Center, which is right there at Lions Park. So they work with us to find a sort of our art craft or a project. They usually have some type of art gallery going on, and so we'll work with them to team up and try to do a movie that works for their exhibit as well. And so this is an event that really is simple, but you get to like really have like full creative expression with it, and that's the fun part.
And it also can't go unremarked upon, you know, most of these events that we do, you know, the daddy-daughter dance, really, really affordable when you think about it. Mm-hmm. But something like Fourth Fest, something like Movies in the Park, completely free.
Yep.
These are things that anyone in the public can just show up and have a great time.
Yep. Yeah, and it's really just that's one of our main goals. We have very few ticketed events throughout the
Yeah.
throughout our event list here. The main thing that we want to do is, one, get people active. So that's where that 5K comes in. You're getting your health side of recreation. You have your mental well-being and your social well-being as well. And so each one of those, when you get the community together and engage together, it's something that's really special, because you don't often, we've noticed, and I think everybody, you know, since COVID, all that stuff, it's been easier to kind of pull back and not engage in a larger community. And so when we put on these events, that's part of it. We want to give people an opportunity to interact and talk with each other. And that's what makes Norman such a special, vibrant city.
Well, and it's you know, it's funny. Like, I know that when people think of the city, they think of certain things that are a little drier and that can sometimes be a little controversial. And those things, like, you know, it's hard for us to kind of do anything about that, you know. But then we have you guys come in and offering all of this really, really fun stuff, most of it for completely free to anyone that's around. Like, I mean, what you guys do is an important service to the community.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not heroes.
No, I mean, hero might be, you know, a little bit of a strong
There's
word.
that word again, hero.
Might be a little bit of a strong word, but I mean, it's important.
Well, and so that was the kind of thing, is when you look at it as what is essential with Parks and Recreation. It's an easy thing to kind of target as like, oh, you guys we don't need Parks and Recreation, but the quality of life that makes cities the really fun places to be in, that make you want to live in a city, that's where Parks and Rec comes into play. And it's the quality of life that we're able to give to the residents here that really makes our department something special. And hopefully we always bring fun. Like, that is our main goal. Our side nickname around the city, the Department of Fun, Jason Olson, director.
And it is.
Director of Fun.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So, I mean, the important part is letting the public and everybody know, like, this is our goal, is to get people active, engaged, and having fun. And same thing on the park side. We're the recreation side. We're the super fun part, but the park side is amazing as well. Like, everything that our park maintenance, our park planning divisions, everything that happens is revolved around improving the quality of life for all of our residents. And it means so much for our department to really make this place somewhere special. Like, everything that we do is in that nature, to make it special, unique, fun. And
you guys do it. You guys nail it every single time. Oh, I know another one that I actually have not talked about that we've got coming up here in May, the Easter egg hunt. That's a huge event that you guys put on.
Yeah. So we have the this year, I think it's April 7th. 17th. April 17th.
I never know when Easter is. So
it shifts around so much that it really messes with our planning too.
They really, like, if we're going to do anything, we need to standardize when Easter is. Let's just let's pick a day. We've standardized when Thanksgiving is. We standardize when Christmas and Halloween are.
Yeah.
Go on, let's just pick a day.
Yeah. And so we do a spring egg hunt, and it is really something that this one's the special one for me. Because it is not a super, like, crazy blowout, like daddy-daughter dance, 4th of July or whatever, but
it's very quaint compared to the other ones, but in a good way.
Yeah, the devil's in the details with this event, because let's be honest, what is the egg hunt? Put out candy, put out eggs, say go.
It's a mad dash of children. It kind of turns into Thunderdome for a little bit.
Yeah, but so it's kind of in that nature of the outdoor movie series where you're like, okay, how do we make this special? How do we make this something unique? And like Jeff brought in a petting zoo last year. We bring in food trucks. We bring in touch-a-truck stuff. We separate everybody out into age ranges. So we don't have a 12-year-old, forearm shivering the 5-year-old to get the candy. And we also have an accessibility section that's right off of a sidewalk right there, to where if anybody's wheelchair bound or anybody has that kind of sensory issue.
Once again, those accessible events.
Yeah. And so
that's the area I got to work last year. It was so fun. Like, the joy that, it was only a few, but it was a smaller area. And I mean, I just got to be right there with them, interact
it's
with them,
huge.
watch them
Yeah.
enjoy it and smile and laugh and giggle. It was so
It was
fun.
a few years ago. I took the drone out and got drone shots of it, and I swear it was like every grade school age kid in Norman was there. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
Yeah, it feels like that.
so many kids out there.
And so that's the thing about that event too, is you really gotta like nail it down, because it's essentially like a 30-minute event.
It is.
It is done in about 30
it does.
minutes.
It has that huge burst of energy.
Yeah.
Well, and then of course you got to kind of corral the kids.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
You know, kids see candy; they can't really control themselves.
No, and that's the best part, is you see that, and it's the thing that every time you interact, every year we do this, you see something that just warms your heart, and you see a kid that's really excited about getting something, or there's really, seeing a parent just light up with joy because their kid has this bountiful of candy, which I'm like, good luck later on after they eat all the candy. But it's something special, and it's something that connects. So I grew up here in Norman, and it's something that's really neat, because I've got pictures of like 5-year-old tiny Mitchell and running around in this Easter egg hunt. And it's something that's really cool now for us to be able to make something special and just bring it to Norman. It's the best. I love it.
Well, again, I mean, really, it can't go unremarked upon what important work it is you guys are doing. Like, I mean, I know it seems all fun and games, and it is all fun and games.
Yes,
but like you said, I mean, the importance of it to kind of everyone in the community, and I think everyone knows that because of how many people we have that show up and come out for these events. You know, it's huge. I mean, Norman has a lot of events that go on, especially once kind of spring and summer goes around, that, you know, aren't necessarily city events, but those events, they're like as fun as something like Medieval Fair can be, Norman Music Fest. Those are great. We got stuff going on all year. You know?
Yeah.
That stuff only kind of occurs at like one little time a year, but we got stuff going on all the time. I believe it was Mayor Clark that used to say, if you're bored in Norman, you're kind of doing it wrong.
Yeah. You're not looking very hard, because I mean, right now we have about 34 events scheduled throughout 2026. So there are a ton of opportunities. We had a request from people at times, we want an event every week. Okay, 52 events is that is an option, but what we also want to focus in on is the quality of the events as well.
Well, and besides just those kind of, you know, structured events that we have, you know, the stuff that you guys are planning, you know, I know that you guys also touch on stuff that kind of is not as structured. You know, we've got the YFAC with all of the recreation going on there, and the programs that they offer, the sports leagues and whatnot.
Yeah, so I mean, YFAC, or the Young Family Athletic Center, has really opened up a whole different dynamic of programming for the city of Norman. We've always done youth basketball leagues and different youth sports. This has really allowed us to amplify it. So this winter league youth basketball that's going on right now has over 1,800 kids enrolled in it. And so just the sheer mass that it takes. And so, yes, Young Family Athletic Center has 8 courts in it, 8 full basketball courts.
Well, and since the last time I think we had you on, Mitchell, to talk about the YFAC, I know it's been open for a little while, but we've also added some stuff in the back.
Yeah. And so that's something that's coming up right here. I believe March 25th. March 25th is going to be our ribbon cutting. You heard it here first. We haven't actually put out anything yet on it. But March 25th, we are going to be ribbon cutting 6 outdoor pickleball courts, 2 sand volleyball courts, and a 50-yard turf field out in the back. That really just opens up the programming option. We should be getting a pickleball league started up and a sand volleyball league started up. So be looking out for those registrations.
I think I am still the only person, maybe on planet Earth, that has never played pickleball. I haven't played it, but I mean, I know how popular it is, and now having these outdoor courts there, that's pretty huge.
It's a really, really popular sport, and it's really fun to play. Just so you know, people do take it very seriously.
They sure do.
They
do.
That is something I was like, I used to play for fun and got in there, and then once they start, hitting it straight at your face and start trash talking, you're like, man, I am not good enough for this. Okay, I will figure out what I'm doing with my life.
I had the same thing happen years ago when I used to play Call of Duty 2. When I realized how bad I was when I'd play it online, these kids would play for 15, 16 hours a day, and God, they would just annihilate me. I was like, I'm not cut out for this.
Yeah, that community is still amazing though. There's a wide variety. There's newcomers, beginners, and they have a ranking system and everything, so you can be your 4.0 or players that are really amazing, and they have tournaments and it goes down a rabbit hole really fast.
Well, and besides the YFAC, we also have the Westwood Aquatic Center going to be opening up for its summer season before too long. You guys got a lot of events that you kind of put on there as well. Some of the night swims and glow swim.
Let it glow. Let it glow.
Yeah,
we've got a ton of events that we do at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. The Let It Glow is really one of the really cool ones because it's, swimming at night. You've got all the glow aspects. It's a really fun time. We do adult nights where it's 21 and up. We do family nights to where we, everybody else.
Zumba.
The Zumba nights are great too. Yeah, I was like, it's really something that has a huge variety that we keep trying to come up with new things. You'll also see this is great tie-in every time. We're going to be offering a sensory swim time.
Nice.
Nailed down for a few hours on weekends, to where same thing we've talked about in the time and time where there's no music. Some of the extra features are turned off, but it's a nice, calm environment where people can come and just enjoy the pool without. If you've been to Westwood on a crazy day,
it can be a little much.
Yeah,
it can be a little much. But at the same time, I mean, it's such a fun, that's such a cool thing to have here in the city. Is having it's a little water park. It's great.
Yeah, I was like, it's really amazing, and I love all the programs that we do out there. The swim lessons are a ton. We do. Oh man, I wish I had those numbers in front of me. We do a ton of swim lessons.
It's a lot,
Westwood. And it's really important here in Oklahoma as we have a lot of shoreline, and it's definitely it's more dangerous than you think with kids. We have a problem of thinking, just because I've got a gate or just because I've got this, that it's safe.
Yeah.
But teaching kids the ability to swim, building that confidence around water is something that's really important. And we do a fantastic job getting just a lot of Norman residents through those swim lessons, and we try to even transition them into our junior lifeguard camp. And so the junior lifeguard camp is really important for one, like staff building. So we have these kids come in and they start training and seeing the pool through the eyes of a lifeguard. And so they complete the camp and they have a self-feeling responsibility. They feel better about the pool around it. And hopefully, if you don't know, it is quite hard to staff a pool all summer long. It is difficult. So that allows us to then, hopefully, when they turn 16 and 17 and 18, they come and they work at the pool, and that's just helping build from start to end their involvement with recreation. Because that's one thing about recreation is it starts really when you're born. We're offering programs that are there for the toddler, newborn range all the way through senior programming. We have to program events and other programs for the entire population. And so you can stay with Parks and Rec your whole life.
Well, I gotta say,
call it hero stuff. I don't know.
Oh my gosh,
it wouldn't be me.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, we've been talking for like 45 minutes now, and I feel like we've also kind of barely scratched the surface because, besides this, I know that we've got, classes going on at 12th Avenue Rec Center. There's so many other things, leagues going on at YFAC and everything like that. It really just kind of just goes to show that, like, you guys especially, but the city is offering so much through our Parks and Rec department to everybody. It's just awesome to see it growing and seeing everything that everyone could do, most of it for free, because that's a huge thing to a lot of people. And it always needs to be said, like, all this stuff is,
going back to that,
free.
it's just like the movies. Like I took my kids to the actual movie theater yesterday, and it was so expensive.
It is. And don't get me wrong, I love going to the movie theater. Like, it's really fun. But to know that you can take the kids out on a, nice night, in the spring and summer and see, a movie that, a lot of them are movies that have come out pretty recently. Yeah. I know that you guys do play some older ones. Like you said, you're playing Shrek and everything, but you guys do play some pretty recent ones as well.
Yeah.
And
we try to work with what's coming out. You know? So like Wicked 2 is coming out. We try to do something kind of Wicked theme at some point. Now, are we showing that this year? I don't know yet, but we'll see.
Might be a hint for everybody. Yeah. So, well, guys, thank you for joining us today. And if people have any more, like if there's any other events that come up, they can check out, is it normanparks.com?
Yep.
normanparks.com to find out, get tickets for any of the ticketed events, find out where location for 5Ks are going to be, normanparks.com.
And follow our socials, because that's where we post a lot, pretty much everything.
Facebook,
Instagram are big. We always post our stuff.
Awesome. Anything else you guys want to add in?
I did forget to mention something about the Daddy Daughter Dance. So one thing that I think is really cool that is super unique is that we have a live feed of the dance. Oh, yeah. So if you're out there dancing and you look up and see yourself dancing, I mean, you might change your moves or whatever, but it's a really cool draw.
Is that what I look like?
As a matter of fact, my 20-year-old niece at the time, she looked up and said it was finna be lit, which means it's cool. I'm pretty sure.
To be honest, I don't speak Gen Z.
Yeah, I wish I did, but I think it meant it was a stamp of approval. So that's a very cool thing. We got on the big screen last year.
I'll have to throw that into Google Translate.
Yeah, do that.
Hopefully, don't have to bleep that out. No, I was like, everything with YFAC has been great to have that kind of tied in there, and that's just one of those benefits. We were able to build YFAC with Norman Forward, and so it's just one of those beneficial things that Norman Forward's quote, I think slogan was a quality of life project. And so that's what we built there with YFAC, and so it's come full circle. Every little detail, we're able to provide better quality of life for people. I love it. Boom.
Drop the mic. You can't drop these mics.
Guys, thank you so much for being here today.
Appreciate it, man. It was
Thanks,
awesome.
Bryce. Appreciate you.
Questions or commentary about On West Gray can be sent into publicaffairs@normanok.gov. On West Gray is produced and edited by Bryce Holland. That's me. Be sure to visit normanok.gov/Norman-news to enroll in e-notifications from the City of Norman. Until next time, stay engaged, stay informed, be good to one another, and enjoy everything our amazing city has to offer. We'll be back again in a month here on West Gray.